So, hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another Thursday session with the Black Belts. This evening, our host is Toyin Akoide. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Okay, Toyin Akoide. Is it Akoide or Akoide? I don't know.
Okay, but it's Akoide, ma.
Akoide, okay. Toyin Akoide. She's an IT specialist and EdTech trainer with areas of specialization in block-based programming, Python, UI, UIX, within the STEAM ecosystem. She has mentored young people in programming to build the games they play and animate the movies they watch using blocks, helping them to be creators of technology rather than passive consumers. Her students have also gone ahead to build electronic attendance system, e-library using Python, using UI UX. She has mentored students towards designing e-learning apps with many functionalities. So we hear a lot about artificial intelligence. The current buzzword is Chat GPT, and we wonder as teachers, is this going to be helpful or a hindrance? We hear about students using AI to help them with their homework, to help them answer exam questions, to help them do their coursework. How can we as teachers get the best out of artificial intelligence, Chat GPT? How can it help improve teaching and learning? Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Toyin to shed more light on this. Thank you for joining us, Toyin.
Thank you, ma, for the introduction. Okay, so I'm going to start introducing myself first. My name is Toyin Akoide. So good evening, everyone. So today I want to talk to you about an exciting technology. We've been hearing about AI. AI is artificial intelligence. And there's this particular tool that, like what she has said earlier, the buzz has been going about ChatGPT. So I'm going to tell you about the ChatGPT. It's like a super smart computer brain that can have conversation with us. So it's just like an AI tool classified, assigned, sorry about that. It is an AI tool that—
Can you switch on your video?
Okay, ma.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma. So it is an AI tool that mimics human language to help us do better. It helps us in all our works to be faster. So instead of going through all the stress, for example, as a teacher, to start gathering a lot of textbooks on a particular subject, you can just make use of ChatGPT to help with your lesson plan, curriculum, and all that. So it is a very, very good tool that we can use, and it helps brings efficiency in our classes. So, but later on, I'm going to share with you on how to go about starting with creating an account, then chatting with the ChatGPT itself. So before we move on, I would like to know, is everyone here a teacher?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
I would like a volunteer for that. I would like a volunteer. You tell me your name, then the subject you take, then maybe a particular topic in your subject. Then we can work with it with ChatGPT. So any volunteer?
One is there.
I want to volunteer.
Oladapo Akoide.
Okay, so please, what's the name?
Oladapo Akoide David.
Okay. So, Mr. Kayode, what do you take your students?
Economics.
Economics. Do you have a particular topic you like to ask ChatGPT to make a note for you, or maybe a curriculum, lesson plan?
Let's go for the concept of demand.
Concept of demand, okay.
Yes.
All right, do we all have our devices with us? Maybe a laptop or a phone? So first, we'll be creating an account. I believe everybody have one email or the other, whether a Gmail or Outlook. Do we all have an account, an email?
Definitely.
Okay, good. So first, I'm going to be sharing my screen soon. Okay, done. A moment, please. Okay. Okay, sorry. Just hold on a moment, please. Thank you. I believe everyone can see my screen. This is my screen.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Sorry, I have a lot on my screen. Let me minimize this so that. Can we all see my screen? So first, you
Yes,
can
we
just.
can.
Okay,
Yes,
ma.
we can, ma.
So on your browser, where you have your URL address, you can see where I have my cursor blinking. Now you just type in the address chats dot, I already have it there, chats.openai.com. Then press the enter key on your keyboard. Are we there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Let me use another browser so that we can all create a new. I can create a new account, then you'll be able to follow up with me. So I'm going to type chat.openai.com. This will take you to the website of the OpenAI. This ChatGPT itself is being created by OpenAI. So this is the website. So the first thing, or the next thing that we're going to do now is click on the sign up button. I want every one of us to do this. Click on the sign up button. Do I go on?
Yes, go on.
Okay, so now I'm going to input my email address. So it's giving us an option here. I can easily continue with any of these accounts. I can say I want to continue with my Google account if I have it logged into my browser, or I can just continue using it like this. So I'm going to continue just for the sake of those that will not have their login login details on their web browser. So I'm going to click on continue. Then you can create your password. Then from there, you'll be able to find your way around it. So now let's go back to how it really works. Now, Mr. Kayode, you want to volunteer. I want everyone to create this account now.
Okay.
We should all do it so that we'll be able to follow through and try something new. If you have any difficulties, you can alert me while you are doing it.
Good evening, my please. I just joined. I don't know what is happening.
Okay, good evening. Please, what's the name?
Okay, Mute Iduru.
Okay, you're welcome. So we are
Thank you, ma'am.
trying to create an account on ChatGPT. So the
Okay.
first step is you go to click to open your browser. Then in your URL, you type chat.openai.com. So when you press or hit the enter key on your keyboard, it's going to take you directly to where you sign up. So from your sign up details, when you click on sign up, you have this detail, email address. Maybe you want to input your email address in case you do not have email, like you do not sign up or sign in with your email address on your browser. Then the other option is for you to continue using it through your Google account if you have it logged in on your browser. So there are different options that way. So whichever way you want to use, you can use it to create an account on ChatGPT. Do you get it now? Okay, Mr. Kayode, I believe you are done creating your own account.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you should see the screen. Is it my own screen? Is it exactly as yours?
It's not like this one, but it's like a chat. Where,
Yes.
yes. I'm
Yes,
ready.
as long as you have where you can chat, I think you are on board. So
Okay.
as a teacher, we have this tool to help us with preparing our lesson plan, lesson note. This is a generative AI tool. We have other tools too, and we can also employ our students to make use of this. There are other AI tools to like Quizlet. On Quizlet, you can create a flashcard for your quiz, for your quizzes. You can use Kahoot. You can use Grammarly. We all know Grammarly. So you can get all those your questions and put it on Grammarly. Grammarly is going to remove the wrong words, the wrong sentences. It's going to correct you. So that's how all of these tools works. Do we all get it now? Okay, Mr. Kayode, you suggested a topic.
Yes.
At first, you said economic concept of, sorry, I didn't get the last part.
That's theory of demand.
Okay, theory of demand.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to ask ChatGPT to create, what do you want ChatGPT to do? Is it a note or
Yes.
a lesson plan?
Yes. Let's say a lesson plan for the theory of demand.
Okay, so this is how I like to start my chat because I see it as someone I can relate to. So I'll just go formally, just saying a normal I. It depends on how you want to go about your own. Just now you see it's, I'm awaiting its response. Are we all seeing it, please? Can you all see my screen?
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
Yes.
yes. So that
Please,
Eloy
can
can
you
assist you
go back a
today.
little bit and explain?
Okay, please.
Can you go back a little bit and explain, please?
From what
No,
part,
she
please?
cannot do that. You watch the replay on YouTube. You need to join early.
Okay, ma. So now this is how I go about it. Then I'll go on and ask a question. So the question is on theory of demand. You can just give it to it, whichever way it's going to definitely understand because it's being given various types of data. This data we are talking about is just like information from Wikipedia, from different sources, encyclopedia. So there are a lot of sources that have been put together. All of these things are what they use in training this particular chatbot. So like, for instance, in our company, we have, I know many of you will know maybe about Scratch. There's this part to that we train kids on so that they will be aware and familiar with what is going on. So we also train them using machine learning at this early age, but there's a very elementary aspect or basic so that they'll be able to understand this part as the world is evolving. So now I'm going to give it the question concerning the theory of demand. Okay, so the question that we ask ChatGPT are called prompts. So I'm going to ask it, I've said, write an explanatory, note on the theory of demand. Then I press the enter key or you click on the send button. We can all see how it's moving fast. It's very fast. If you have a very good internet service. So Mr. Kayode, are you seeing your feedback?
Yes, of course. Yes,
Yes.
I can.
So you see how exciting it is? So from this, you can get to edit, add maybe anything. If you do not understand maybe a paragraph, you can still give it back to you that, okay, explain more on elasticity. It's going to give you more explanation. It's going to break down everything so that you get the whole point. So that's how it works. And maybe introducing it to the student, you might be afraid that, okay, they'll just go give you copy and paste. There's still another software or another platform where you can check if truly, maybe even if the child or if the student is using ChatGPT, but still the student initiative or effort to is still supposed to be part of this work. So there's this tool that's called, is it Toyin or so? It's being used to check plagiarism. So you don't need to be afraid, maybe concerning the student and all that. So it checks the work and all that. So I would like everyone to try one or two things concerning maybe a particular subject they are taking in school. Maybe 2 or 3 persons can share their screen so that we'll see, so that we'll know that everyone is on the same page. So aside from Mr. Kayode, I want 2 more people to volunteer so that we'll all get the whole.
Hello, I'll volunteer now.
Okay, I have Mr. Rasaki Ismail. Okay, that's
Um,
second.
Farouk Abubakar.
I want a female too.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm not being biased, but I just need a female too. Any female in the house?
I will volunteer.
Oh, okay, ma. So I'm going to start with Mr. Kayode.
Yes, I am here, but I've not joined.
Okay, Miss Roseanne, right?
No, Mrs. Abro, for your question
Yes,
officer.
you are right, Miss Roseanne. You are right, Roseanne.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Kayode, please go ahead first. I'll stop sharing my screen at the moment. Then after Mr. Kayode, Mr. Rasaki Ismail, then Miss Nwosu Rosin. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now so that you can share. Mr. Kayode, please go ahead.
I have it that the host can share in this meeting. Only the host can share in this meeting. So I've not been enabled to share my screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I will enable you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me go to where you are. I'll make you co-host. Okay, I've given you co-host.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Thank you. So this is fantastic.
Wow. Wow.
Elasticity of demand just like that.
Wow, this is fantastic, honestly.
Okay, maybe the next person, Mr. Ismail, please, maybe you can tell it to create a lesson plan for you. You can tell it to create a lesson plan for you. I don't know the subject you are taking, but you can just do that.
This is madness.
Honestly.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kayode. Let's allow Mr. Rasaki to present. So you are going to tell you to prepare a lesson plan for you.
All right, ma. So, okay, I'm here to be, I don't allow to share my screen, so only those can share.
Sorry, Razaki, okay. Let me find your name. Razaki Ismail, I can't find your name here. I'm coming. Okay, I've given you co-host.
All right, so thank you, ma. So can you see my screen?
Yes, of course.
Yes, yes.
All right, so thank you. So let me log in.
Make a copy this. So you have never entered.
All right, so can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, click on next. I think you're just creating your account.
Exactly.
Oh, I was looking for someone that is already done with the account creation. Please be,
Okay.
let's be fast about it.
It's there already.
I love this, your title. It's really intriguing.
All right.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Okay, Miss Rosine, I think you should ask it. Please make sure you already created your account.
Sorry, ma, I'm still creating it, and my network here is bad. It's raining. It's not
Okay.
opening very fast.
Okay,
It's raining.
I want someone else that
I'm
has.
available to share screen, and I've created it already.
Okay, please, who is that?
James Faye.
Okay, James Faith, please. Have you created your account?
Yes, I have.
Okay, good. So what you just need to do now is you are going to ask it to create or prepare some test question, you know, your midterm test or
Okay.
exam questions, maybe 10 questions on a particular subject.
Okay, on the
So-
subject.
Yes, so that's what you'll be doing. I think you should start doing that before you share your screen.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Please, Mr. Ismail, please, you can stop generating. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Abdulrazak, you can stop sharing so that Miss Faith can come. She can share her screen.
I've
Okay.
stopped sharing, man.
Okay, so thank you very much for the good work. I love that topic you asked it.
Thank you, man.
So you're welcome. So Miss Faith, over to
Okay.
you. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll be there. I'm almost there. Okay. So here it is. I asked it to create a test, an English test for year 8. You can see it's. Hello, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yes, of course.
So this is a test for year 8. This is awesome. This has actually solved my problem because I'm setting questions for exams by now already. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Just exactly how we do it. Beautiful. So this is it then. 30 points. And it even did the grading and everything. This is beautiful. Okay.
Thank you
Hello.
very much. Yes, I'm with you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so do we all get how the ChatGPT works now?
Yes.
Or do we still have someone that's still having issue on how it works? It's just very easy. It's easy to use, and we see how we all were having, like, you were flowing with it. As long as you have an account, you just go on and flow with it. So it's a very good tool. Just like I said earlier, we have other tools which I'll advise you can look into. Sometimes, you want to make your class to be interactive. You don't need to go on writing everything on board. You can just use like Quizlet or Kahoot to create a flashcard, to prepare some quizzes, and it's fun. Just like those games that we play, those board games, you see those questions, you can input them. All you just need to do is just give it the question you want it to add up for you. So I'm not saying this particular tool does not have its own limitation. Seriously, with this, I'm not advising that we become or we are not relent in our work. It's just like an assistant, your PA, to help you do your work better so that you become efficient in what you do. Do we all get it? So our students too, you can encourage them to use, but encourage them to use it in a better and a proper way, not to just copy everything there and give it back to you. No. Why are you telling them to use it? So that they too, they will be aware of what's going on in the world. Now I'm thinking ChatGPT 4.2 is already out, because it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday improvement, an everyday technology. As long as the data are being imputed, machines are being trained, the machine is being trained every now and then, so there's improvement. So you need to go carry yourself along, carry your students too along, so that they too, they will not be left behind in this new invention. So do we all understand? Do we have any questions, please?
Yes, ma.
Okay, ma.
Yes, I have a question.
Hello,
Okay.
ma.
Yes, ma.
Yes, my question is just a request. Please, I would like you to tell us the session again, because of those of us that came late, please.
Okay, you said a request. So your line is switching.
I thought Mrs. Fatima said you should check it on your YouTube after this class, that you will see how they process it.
Okay, that I should start all over again.
Yes, I did say that, because when we say 5 o'clock, we mean 5 o'clock. If we keep going back for everybody, we'll just keep repeating the same thing. I think that, it's very straightforward. You type something on the URL, you type the address. It's very straightforward. It's something you can listen to the recording on YouTube. I always post the recording, but also a reminder that we need to be here on time, or we can watch the recording. So let's give other people that were here earlier a chance to answer or to ask other questions.
Thank you, ma.
Okay, Mr. Sunday Akinrelere.
Yes, thank you so much. Once again, I want to appreciate our facilitator for this wonderful training. Now, my question is this: while writing lesson note, it is expected of us to include reference. So what if we use ChatGPT for our lesson notes? How are we going to include our reference? Because I know it's not going to be okay if we ChatGPT as the reference. there is need for us to include a particular textbook where we get that resource from. So I want to know, how are we going to do that? Thank you.
Okay, so I'll throw the question back to you, or I'll give you the task to do yourself, Mr. Sunday. While you are doing that, you can still ask ChatGPT as you are putting in the question, you will tell it with reference. You get. So you can actually, you tell it to, where's the source of this? It's going to provide everything. You can try it out.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much.
So just like I told you earlier, I said it's data that's been given to it. So there are sources you get. So it's just information that's been given to a machine. So these sources are well prepared, well organized, well in a very correct order. So it won't just go to a random place to just pick any answer or any solution to a problem. So do you understand it now? Okay. So do we have any other question, please?
Yes, I do.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right, my name is Elijah, and I'm just coming in, but I hear my colleagues talking about the use of ChatGPT. Well, someone introduced ChatGPT to me, and I've been using it for quite some time now. But most of the applications, they specifically put it that they don't want the use of ChatGPT. So in such a situation, I don't know, is there any way, what can you advise? What advice can you give as regards this? Thank you.
Please, can you repeat what particular application? You're saying something.
The use of ChatGPT in maybe answering questions.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you recommend? Because most organizations or most platforms specifically point out ChatGPT that you are not allowed to use ChatGPT. So what advice can you give?
Yes, just like I said, it's just going to give you an idea. It's going to give you a head start. So it's just for you to just fine-tune the whole answer thing, do your own other research, maybe textbook, maybe through Google search. So there are other ways too. You can still put, yes, ChatGPT has helped you. That does not mean that you are going to throw away the answers you got from ChatGPT. You put it there, put every other thing. That's how you become creative. There are other resources out there where you can get your information. Just put everything together, then you are good to go. It's just about fine-tuning. You don't just give whoever is asking you to do something, the raw data, everything, you will not go through. You need to know it. You need to go through it, fine-tune it. It's a raw material. You too, you need to brush it up and make it better.
Yeah,
do you understand?
I also wanted to add, ChatGPT is just about 2 years or 3 years old. Before then, didn't people research online? Didn't people research physical books? So it doesn't mean that without ChatGPT, questions cannot be answered or things cannot be done. It's one of the options. So if a particular maybe university says they don't want ChatGPT, it doesn't mean that there are not other reliable resources that you can use online. You know, we are very fortunate to be living in a computer age where you can type anything online and you will get so many answers coming up. ChatGPT is just one of the options. So I don't see why, if they say you shouldn't use that, it's a problem. That's just my opinion. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Right. Adeyoju Adeyola.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, man. Please, can you hear me, please?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I want to briefly talk on. I just want to add more to what she has said. I've been using ChatGPT now for the past, I think, 2 months now, and I've been using it to prepare my lesson notes. And that app is working fantastically. Now, somebody asked a question the other time that you're concerning referencing your work. Yes, it's very possible, depending on the command and the prompt you give the ChatGPT. If you add the ChatGPT to add reference there, it will definitely do it for you, depending on how you can tweak your command into the ChatGPT. So I also want to add that it is better that you make use of app instead of going through the web. Hello, am I still on, please?
Yeah, you're still on. Thank you.
Yes. So if you make use of the app, just go to Google Store and download the app. That one is okay. I have the app on my phone that I'm using, and that thing is going fine.
Okay. Yes, that's true.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Who else had their hand up? No, I can't see. I want to ask one question.
Okay,
Vincent, sorry, before I ask my question, let Vincent. Vincent.
Good evening.
Good evening,
I want
Vincent.
to know if it can be downloaded on a laptop, the app can be installed on laptop, or is it only mobile phone? Thank you very much.
Okay, it's just you get some, like a child, or like some sub of this ChatGPT on app stores, but on laptop it's just a web browser. And I think you should be able to see on ChatGPT, anytime you log in, you will see your previous question. The previous question you asked it is going to be saved. So it saves your questions. It saves what you asked it before. So even as you continue, it will still be there on the screen.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right. So my question for the teachers that have been using it, does it differentiate? Can it do different levels? Can it differentiate the lesson?
Okay. Can I answer the question, please?
Yes, please, go ahead.
You said,
I want
it
a
differentiate?
lesson for my low ability, middle ability, and high ability in my class. Can it do that?
Like I said the other time, that it depends on the prompt you entered. It's just like a command. It depends on the prompt. If you write your prompt well, definitely ChatGPT will do it for you. Like the lesson plan I did yesterday or 2 days ago. After the prompt that I entered, that the ChatGPT should just assume the role of a teacher and prepare a lesson plan on so. And at the end of everything, it should still give me like 10 quiz questions, objective questions. And it did. Depending on the prompt that you give ChatGPT, it will do it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Please, can you mute yourself if you're not asking a question? Rasaki Ismail Aremu, your hand is up.
All right. Yes, thank you, ma. Actually, I just want to contribute based on the question you asked now.
Yes.
So actually, I never used ChatGPT before. So this is my first time using it. And I'm telling you, when you ask that question, so when I just type question on it, I said for GSS1. So it now brings the lesson note that it brought for me for GSS1 is different from that of GSS2. So it means that we can use it for different categories of learners.
Okay, thank you very much. Victor Anawo. Victor, you put your hand up.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. Okay, I've also been privileged to be using ChatGPT for a while now. I would just like to add a little to the presentation our tutor here really did very well on. Okay, ChatGPT has a limit, and sometimes when we are typing, we might have this limit. It might not be able to answer all or create a very long answer. because of the limit or because of the typing limit. And that's basically because we are using the free version, which almost everyone is using currently. Though if you actually subscribe to it, it has a 10,000 words limit. So what I usually do actually is when it is typing and the answer just stops generating because it has reached this limit, I will tell it to continue the previous answer, and it will go ahead to continue listing or giving us the answer that we also need. Okay, so basically, you can even ask ChatGPT to suggest other AI tools that can be very beneficial to teachers. And you will see that there are a lot that instead of you to just use Google and go ahead and be searching, ChatGPT can do a lot of search for you. Okay, so basically that's just one input I wanted to just add to it.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you. So you're saying that there are two different versions. There's a free version and a paid version, and that there are limitations to the free version, but you can also extend it.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much. Understood. Okay. Nwosu Roseanne, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, ma'am. Please, ma'am, it's not a question, it's a request.
And the
Hello?
request is? Yes, what is your request?
I'm trying to download it and I'm seeing a lot of GPT app. So can someone just share on the screen the particular one that we should download?
Okay, she can share that. Toyin can share that.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much.
I'll advise you stick with the web browser. Just like Mr. Victor just mentioned, with the web version of ChatGPT, your questions will be saved. You can go back to it later on to check what the responses are.
Oh, okay.
The one on the app, you can actually get it. It's still, we have the free version, we have the paid version also.
Okay.
When you go there, you can just type ChatGPT. You will see various options, yes, or ChatGPT with different names. You have Zira, you have ChatGPT.
Yes.
So you can use whichever one. Some will tell you that, okay, after you use it for a while, you need to be clicking on it to allow an advert before you move on. So if that one is okay by you, fine. If it is the web base you want to use, it's okay. All you need to do is just have an account.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Elijah Larry, Mr. Elijah Larry.
All right, thank you. I just want to add, the real ChatGPT does not have an app. So it is a web version that is available now. So, but when you go to the App Store, you search for ChatGPT, it brings out various other apps, but these are like subsections of the main ChatGPT. So they have limitations, but the main ChatGPT is a web-based program. It does not have an app yet. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I want us to think now as teachers, what are the other areas? We spoke about lesson planning, we've spoken about quizzes, we've spoken about differentiation. Can you think of any other areas where you might use ChatGPT to help you as a teacher? Can we type it in the chat? What other areas do we think we could use ChatGPT apart from lesson planning and quizzes? Can we have some other suggestions where you might be able to use ChatGPT to enhance your teaching and learning? Research, okay. So you can ask maybe your pupils to go and do some research. Thank you, Mr. Sunday Wona. Any other ideas? Teaching aid, it can suggest teaching aids or even suggest how we teach a particular topic. A speech presentation, thank you. Story writing, okay, thank you. language learning, okay? I think sometimes maybe we can even print something from ChatGPT and ask the children to critique it, to say what it, if it's good or bad or what it doesn't have. It can suggest entry behavior to a particular topic, okay? Motivational talk, okay? Yes, I thank you very much for all your suggestions. So we shouldn't be negative towards artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. I think a lot of people think about the students using it to cheat, but we can turn that around and use it to help our teaching and learning. And like she said, there is instructional materials. Yeah, there is Turnitin. Turnitin will tell you exactly where the work was got from. It's used to fight plagiarism. So you will know if a student has copied their homework from ChatGPT. But let us see it as a friend rather than an enemy, and something that can aid our teaching and learning. Okay, so if there are no other questions and no other suggestions to artificial intelligence in education, no other questions, any other suggestions on how we might use ChatGPT to help enhance our teaching and learning? Does anybody have anything else to add or to say? Okay, so thank you very much, Toyin Akoide, for a guide for assessment or examination questions, or maybe even a marking scheme. Okay, a marking scheme, exam questions, revision guide, lesson planning, comprehension, any subject. Okay, learning a new language, so many things that ChatGPT can also provide intelligent project ideas for classroom activities. So you can say, ChatGPT, I need some project ideas. I'm teaching electricity in JS1. Can you give me some project ideas? Can you give me some exam questions? Can you differentiate my lesson for my high, middle, and low ability? It's a tool that we can use, but also remember that it has limitations, and also that it has its own opinion, because sometimes we might differ in our view about a certain topic. So we also have to be aware that this is just a robot and somebody has typed this information into it. So it might carry some ideas that we disagree with or we're not sure about. So we need to be wary and use it carefully. But I think it's a good tool for all teachers to use, and I hope it will help make our job as teachers easier and better, and help our students learn better. Okay, to generate ideas. Thank you, Mr. Sunday. Okay, so if we don't have any other questions or any other suggestions, we'd like to say a big thank you to Toyin Akoide for sharing her time with us today. Have a nice evening, and we'll see you again this time next week. So have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much, ma.
For the opportunity.
Have a
Thank you
nice
very much, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.